Hey everyone, welcome back to That's It. What can I say? Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds. This man feels like he's just so privileged that he can just try to get away to not deal with this lawsuit with Justin Baldoni. And it's just incredible. It's just incredible how disgusting this man is, Ryan Reynolds, and thinking that, because he's famous and people know him, that he can just dismiss himself from Bidoni's lawsuit. So, according to the documents that he filed on March 18, um, Ryan Reynolds, 48, filed a motion to dismiss Bidoni's lawsuit in the filing. Ryan Reynolds' legal team argued that Bidoni's case does not identify a single allegation defamation statement made by Ryan Reynolds. Really? Really? Because his whole DNA, fingerprints, whatever you call it, is all over it. It's all over it. And for him to want to dismiss and remove himself from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit is laughable. Will the judge allow it? Probably not, because there's so much evidence stacked against Ryan Reynolds that it's just very not possible for him not to be removed from this lawsuit. Okay, like I read some of the lawsuits, and for example, like page 2. Excuse me, page 1. I am so sorry. I should have got all my paperwork together, but I just wanted to be neat and organized, which I am, but I got it. So, introduction, page 1. So, what does Ryan Reynolds have to do with that legal speaking, other than being a supportive spouse who has witnessed firsthand the emotional, financial disaster Mrs. Lively has suffered? Nothing. Which that's a lie. This whole lawsuit, this whole thing is about having control of the movie. It ends with us. That's basically what it boils down to, because they want to control the rights of it. It ends with us, the movie, and Justin Baldoni was not having it. They thought that this man was going to bow down and to accept the bullying that Ryan Reynolds has done, Blake Lively has done, and they thought that, Justin Baldoni is just so easy and nice that he can just, nothing will happen. They thought wrong here. They thought wrong. You mess with the wrong person. When you keep pushing and bullying someone, especially when they gave your wife everything that she asked for during this film, everything that she requested, and this man, Justin Baldoni, has given it, and then now you just want to make this allegations about this man that he sexually harassed your wife when that was not the case, and then you inserted yourself by coming into the during the film, making comments, joking around, making fun of Justin Baldoni, doing skits about him. And let's be very clear, you guys, Justin Baldoni don't really care about Ryan Reynolds and other people making fun of him. That's not the whole point, and that's what Ryan Reynolds is trying to get the judge to see in other people, which I believe people are smart and they're on to Ryan Reynolds of his foolishness. Justin doesn't give a damn about what Ryan Reynolds says about him or making fun of him. It's not about Justin Baldoni's feelings that Ryan Reynolds is saying. It's not about that. It's about the defamation that you said about this man, that you said this man is a predator. This man is this to the public, okay? That's a serious allegation that you can say about someone, that he's a predator. Oh, and then you turn around and say, oh, I didn't know he was a predator. I just thought, or I just assumed. Like, get serious, Ryan Reynolds. You knew exactly what you were doing. You're a manipulator. That's what you do. You manipulate people, gaslight them, and then you turn around and make it seem like you're the victim, that you're not the problem, when clearly you are the problem, okay? You and your wife and other people were bullying this man, and when you thought that he was going to bow down, you got another thing coming. Okay, and I believe the reason why he just wants to remove himself from this lawsuit, because a lot of evidence is pointing out to him and his wife and Taylor Swift. When there's heat, there's smoke, and there's a lot of smoke around around Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively and other people that was involved in this foolishness. Okay, I'm just telling you right now, and that's why he is freaking out and he's scared. And Just imagine, Hugh Jackman, he's going to be imposed to testify, and they're buddies. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift is going to be imposed and make a statement. And she used to be friends with Blake Lively, and that friendship has dissolved. You get what I'm saying? So those two have a lot riding on this. Okay, their career is over. Okay, so let me just tell you this. Like I said, Justin Baldoni is not suing Ryan Reynolds because of his feelings of what Ryan Reynolds is saying. He is suing him because something deeper, because of the defamation that Ryan Reynolds has said. That especially in this lawsuit with the company, let me just make sure I got this right. The company WME that fired or dropped Justin Baldoni because one of the I don't know if it was the owner or the person who owns that company is friends with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I can't remember the dude on top of my head. I can't remember that he took their side opposed to Justin Baldoni and this dropped Justin Baldoni like a hot potato. Okay, and there's like a recording that he knew that he was going to drop Justin Baldoni. I'm just paraphrasing. I just can't think of it. So now Ryan Reynolds is trying to scramble and trying to remove himself because what this guy said on air when he was doing a radio show, an interview or whatever, and saying that and making fun of Justin Baldoni, baloney, stuff like that. And now he's saying that that's not happened. It happened. Clearly it did because everyone heard it. It was like on a radio talk show or whatever show it was. I can't remember. So they was trying to take down Justin Baldoni and ruin his life and his career. That was the whole motion of all this, and take the rights of his movies. And when Justin Baldoni did not want to do that, that's when his wife made this false allegation against him, saying sexual harassment, and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, had to insert himself. Other people had to insert themselves, Taylor Swift among other people, okay? So this is not about someone's getting their feelings hurt. It's about ruining someone's career, trying to take them down because you two were being bullies. Yes, I said bully, okay? You two were being bullies about it and trying to bully Justin Baldoni, trying to intimidate him, thinking that he's going to be receptive of your demands. Absolutely not. He has been nothing but nice, kind, and respectful towards your wife and gave her everything that she asked for, and she just kept giving him pushback, okay? That's not right. Because you don't like certain things, it doesn't give you the right to ruin someone's career, man's career and their reputation. It's just not right. It's absolutely wrong and it's disgusting. Okay, moving on. Now, this whole thing was calculated, campaign, just to ruin this man. Okay, just to ruin him, to embarrass him, to do whatever they can because they wanted to set an example because they're celebrities, because they know, hire famous people like Taylor Swift, like the people on Waystar and Sony and stuff like that. It's just disgusting with Hollywood. And these are the people that you want to idolize. Some of these young people, it's disgusting. Who wants to idolize someone who's a bully? Not me. I'm too old for that anyway. So I don't idolize anyone but God. Okay, He is my idol and He is my everything. Point blank, period. But what I'm saying is these people are just disgusting. They're monsters. They're not good human beings. And what they need is prayer. And I want to continue on with the filing that Ryan Reynolds did. Okay. So page number 4. The demands. Number 1, demands that the welfare parties publicly apologize for so-called mistake during the production of the film. 2, was presented during a meeting at the apartment that he shared with Blake Lively, at which he praised Mrs. Lively versions of the scene in Mr. Baldoni's present. 3, allegations contribute some writing of his own to the transcript scene be removed from the film. So you trying to tell me that Ryan did not insert himself? He even wrote some of the script in the movie. So I don't understand this. Make it make sense to me because I don't get it, guys. I don't understand. I really don't understand this. And now you just want to remove yourself? You just don't want. Too late. You had your chance, you and your wife. You had your chance to make a public apology and recant, your statement. You didn't want to do it. You thought that everything that you have done to this man, thought it was going to be on your favor, when sure enough, people are having receipts, the text messages, the tape, the video of the scene of It Ends With Us, everything. There's receipts to back up everything that Justin Baldoni is saying. And now you guys are scared. You're freaking out. And now now Ryan Reynolds trying to use this as an excuse, which I believe the judge is not going to buy it. He's not. He's going to review it, obviously, because that's his job. But I don't think that the judge is going to dismiss Ryan Reynolds. It's going to continue, and I cannot wait for the trial next week. He had his chance, and his wife. Now that you are in the fire, okay, it's too late to get out. It's too late. It's too late to get out. And I have to say, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Freeman, he is the man. I'm definitely going to hire him. I am, because he doesn't play around. He does not mess around. He made a statement, and I love this statement, and I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to tell you what he said. This is just incredible. Mr. Reynolds' exploitation of his enormous power of Hollywood continues. This time, his arrogancy asked him to be dismissed from the case, despite his public document involving intensing far beyond just being supportive spouse. Mr. Reynolds was a key player in this scheme of defamation, Justin Baldoni around Hollywood, strong-arming WME into dropping Justin as a client and trying to destroy Justin's career however possible. His fingerprints has been all over this smear and campaign against Justin and the welfare team since day one. Mr. Reynolds now attempts to reduce Plantly and organized claims to hurt feelings. That's it. He's not playing. Continuing on, sending a clear message that bullying is acceptable after lighting a match. Mr. Reynolds now seeks to run from the flames. It won't work. This welfare party's claims against him are real, and they are serious. Mr. Reynolds can appear on many sketch shows as he wants, and freely try to make light of his current situation, but we will not stop until he is held accountable for his actions. That's it. This man, I love him. That's it. What he said, Brian Freeman is absolutely correct and absolutely spot on. That's it. We don't accept bullying, and we're not going to bow down, Ryan Reynolds. Boom. That's it. Okay, I 100% agree with Brian Freeman's statement that he made, and he is absolutely correct. And what are you going to say? Ryan Reynolds, legal team, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? You have nothing to say. Nothing. You're guilty. Okay? You're trying to twist it around. You got this man fired. You're trying to slander his name, defamation, all this. Bullying him, scare tactics with your famous friends who have money. It's not going to work. It's not. And a lot of people are seeing this, and a lot of people are on Justin Baldoni's side. And you know what? It's not even about sides, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, both people are hurt. Not hurt, but both people, what's the word? It's not going to come out the same, okay? You know, and I say when, I'm not saying if. When Justin Baldoni wins, and he wins the lawsuit and sued those two miserable, disgusting human beings, will his reputation be the same? I don't know. Will he feel a certain type of way now? Who he works with, who he not? Will he be tainted by this? You know, this affected him, his family, his children. What these people did to him and put him through, which is not right. And plus, attorney fees after attorney fees. You know, it's just not right. Even though he is innocent and there's no claim or evidence to back up Blake Lively's allegation, but will it ever be the same? Will people ever work with him? I will hope so. I believe so because his name is clear, but still, the damage is already done. They could have, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they could have dealt with this a long time ago, since last year, and dropped this whole nonsense and made a public apology. I made a mistake, and that's it. And you just kept going on and on, thinking that this man is going to back down. You almost ruined this man's life and his career because you didn't get what you want. That is not right. It is not right. And they had all this time to make it right, and they chose not to. Just thinking that, everyone is going to believe them. And they came close. They came close. But then when receipts were coming and evidence and stuff like that, and then everything on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, it crumbled. It crumbled. Now, they look like the fools. They look like, the mean bully people, which they are, and they have to pay for it. Like, Brian Freeman said, they have to take accountability and not be responsible, but pay for what they did to this man, because this man didn't do anything to them but being nice, respectful, and kind to your wife, and your wife did this. Okay, your wife is a despicable human being. Okay, it's not right. You can't do that to another human being. It's just absolutely wrong and immoral. And then bringing other people involved in this. But this whole thing could have been stopped. It's just disgusting. It really is. And at the end of the day, it's really sad because no one wins. No one's not a winner here. Even though when Justin all this dust thing settles, no one doesn't really win. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' career, yeah, they're over. They might as well pack up the stuff and go to Europe or go somewhere, go to Canada. I don't know. Go somewhere that no one won't recognize you or know you anymore, because their careers are over and done with. And that, I stayed on that, okay? Because they're finished. They're finished. It's like Amber Heard. Have anyone heard from her after that trial with Johnny Depp? No, because she lied too, okay? And she had every opportunity to back down, but no, because of the Me Too movement that everyone thought that they was going to be on her side. No, the truth prevails, okay? You can't hide from the truth. You really can't. When you tell the truth, and the truth is on your side, the truth always wins. It may take longer, for people to see and for the evidence to come out, but the truth always wins. When you keep lying and lying and lying, you got to keep making up more lies. You can't remember the first lie that you made. You got to do a second one, and the third one, and the third one, and then turn around, you believe your own lies. You believe what you say. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I just cannot wait for this trial. But before I move on, I started following this TikTok influencer, Zach Peter, and he commented about the whole Ryan Reynolds want to remove himself from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. And I just want you to check it out and hear what he has to say. Sorry that I lost you. Didn't now? Okay. So, sorry about that. I got so excited, I just can't help myself. Great, here you go.
Breaking news, Ryan Reynolds files to dismiss from Justin Baldoni lawsuit. All right, what does this mean? Let's break it down. Has he won his case against Justin Baldoni? No. Have Blake or Ryan been dismissed from the lawsuit? No. This is all very standard, right? The New York Times has filed a motion to dismiss. Leslie Sloan, Blake's publicist, has filed a motion to dismiss. They're all saying, hey, judge, we don't want to move forward with this lawsuit. Can you please dismiss us because we're innocent? But the interesting thing is Ryan Reynolds is trying to distance him. He's trying to get dismissed from this lawsuit, but, I mean, he's basically like, judge, let me out. Leave my wife in it, but let me out, which is, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. But basically, Justin Baldoni is suing Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Leslie Sloan, all these people for defamation, right?
Yes.
The main argument is he's saying they defamed him. Now, when it comes to Ryan Reynolds specifically, he's claiming that Ryan Reynolds referred to him as a predator. He allegedly told WME that Justin Baldoni is a predator, and therefore that ended up with Justin Baldoni losing his representation at WME. Ryan Reynolds is saying, well, I believed he was a predator, and, that was my opinion, so, yeah, it should stand, judge. And then he references a number of quotes from Justin Baldoni's book and podcast and TED Talk, and basically they pull a lot of old Baldoni statements that they take out of context or basically trying to say, well, he's a predator. And Reynolds is making it clear that he didn't say that Justin Baldoni was a predator to defame him. That was just his opinion, Judge. And that Justin Baldoni being let go by WME had nothing to do with him. However, Ari Emanuel at WME has already gone on the record with this now lost live taping of the Freakonomics podcast where Ari Emanuel basically said that Justin Baldoni was fired from WME and that he did this in support of Blake and Ryan Reynolds. Ari Emanuel said he is ride or die for Blake and Ryan. He also makes fun of Justin Baldoni's name by calling him Justin Baloney. So having Ari Emanuel from WME go on record and publicly state, and he also makes it clear that he knew that this question would likely be asked of him, so it shows that this was a premeditated answer. This to me is the biggest threat to Blake and Ryan, because it makes it clear that there's somebody with a lot of power at WME that is pleading their allegiance to Blake and Ryan and fired Justin Baldoni in loyalty to Blake and Ryan. That to me is going to be the biggest piece, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what.
Okay. I absolutely agree with Zach Peter. I really do, and that's Ari Emanuel. Yes, that's the guy who went on air and actually said that he support Blake Lively, ride or die. They're my ride or die people. And he dropped Justin Baldoni because what Ryan Reynolds said. So think about it. If you're close friends with someone, okay, who owns what? WME, okay, and then I have I know somebody, and I tell that person, this person's a pedophile. He's a pervert, he's whatever. And then my friend, and I know my friend is a ride or die. You think my friend is not going to take my side? My friend will do whatever I want him to do, or her, because they're supportive of me. So it's the same thing, you guys. It's the same thing with this gentleman, Ari Emanuel, that he is a ride or die Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And because what Ryan Reynolds said, even though he was joking or it was not really true or he was not really said, still, you don't say that. You don't make accusations about someone, they're a predator, and you've been saying it in public if it's not true or not. That's defamation. That's defaming someone's character by saying that. What proof do you have that they're a pedophile or they're a predator? What proof do you have? None. You're just going by what your wife is telling you, and you just wanted to embarrass him, and you wanted him to get fired and want him to be dropped by this company. That's wrong. Ryan Reynolds knew exactly what he was doing. It was all planned, all in tactic. It was just whatever. And by him saying that on air, it's over. Like, how can you not say that, oh, you didn't mean to say that, or that's not what you meant? How can you say that when your friend actually just backed it up what he said? You know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense. It's just incredible. And I agree with Zach Peter 100%. I just started following him. I love his content, and he's really, really spot on of this. So I will definitely keep you updated on this. And again, I cannot wait for that trial for next year. I'm going to have my popcorn, my notes ready. I don't know if it's going to be in LA or New York, but whatever the trial starts, I will be there watching. Okay, moving on. Now, Kanye West. I've been seeing a lot of things about Kanye West just being out of control and just saying crazy, lunatic things. And, I'm not going to I can't even speak. I'm not going to badmouth him. I think a lot of people who know Kanye, who's very close with Kanye West, they need to pray for him. Seriously. They need to pray for him because there's something not right with him at all. I don't know if he's just saying these things to get attention or just to get noticed, or she's crying for help. I don't know. Like, I did a video about him, about his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, that he had his daughter on one of a song, like I mentioned, with P Diddy and P Diddy's son, and Kim Kardashian was not happy about it. She wanted to stop it, and I agree with Kim. Like, why would he want your daughter affiliated with allegedly a sex trafficker or all this stuff that's going on with him? Like, why would you want your daughter to be in this? It's just, to me, it's just not right. You know what I mean? You should be protecting your daughter and your child and have your child not to be involved in this or be near that situation. So Kim is right for doing what she needs to do, going to the lawyer and and stopping this. To me, it have nothing to do with trademark. I just feel like it's all about protecting their child and what's best for their daughter. And I feel like what Kanye West is doing was absolutely wrong, in my opinion. But with that being said, he's just going off the trails with all this these tweets that he's been doing. I saw one on TikTok that now he's bashing Jay-Z and Beyonce and their children, their twin children. I'm like, what is going on with him? And all I'm saying is we need to pray for this man. We really do, because people can say that he's crazy, he's unhinged, he's not himself, but we need to pray for him because there's something internal that's just not right with him, and he needs help. He needs guidance. He needs something. And I really feel bad for him. I really do. I really feel bad for Kim because Kim has to deal with this. She has to deal with this for 18 years, maybe more, because she has 4 children by this man. And at one point in her life, she did love him. They were best friends. And it's just sad to see that they're not on the same page when it comes to their children, what they should be. And at the end of the day, the children are affected by this because North, she's at that age. She has social media. She sees things. The other 3 children, they're very young. I don't believe they have a social media. But, when they get older, they're going to see all these things, and then Kim has to explain, their father's behavior. And I really feel bad for her and the kids as well, because no kids should go through that when their dad is just unhinged and just saying all these crazy things and being friends with Diddy again, which are just so bizarre and weird to me, that you would defend and be friends with someone who's allegedly a sex trafficker, allegedly, abused children, and you have children yourself. That's just wild to me. That is, unless Kanye is working with the feds or an informant trying to get something with from Sean Diddy. I don't know, but none of it makes sense to me. None of his behavior makes sense to me, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. Like I said, I just feel really sorry for Kanye West. I really do. He was gone for a while. He went to Tokyo, Japan for a while. You don't really see his children that much. And it's like, I just pray that God can just, help him. And whatever pain that he is suffering internally, that God can help him and have him recognize what he's going through and then just, have a clean slate. Because everyone deserves a clean slate. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's not worth saving. He is, because we're all God's children. Everyone is worth saving, but he has to help himself too. He has to help himself and stop saying all these crazy things that don't make any sense. And again, I don't know if he's doing this just to get attention or this is part of his plan, because he still has a lot of followers. People still buy a lot of his things, which that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying that something doesn't seem right, okay? Because he just seems like he's really out of control, and I don't know. I don't know if he's desperately calling for help, or he's trying to seek for help, or I don't know what it is. I'm just saying, just give this man grace. Pray for him. Whoever is, on Kanye's team, maybe Kanye don't want to listen because he seems like he's his own man, and he's very maybe, and I'm just going by his actions and behavior. Maybe he's just, what's the word? That's stuck in his own ways, that he's not willing to change. Or maybe some people might come up to him and say, dude, you need to lower the temperature a little bit. You need to ease up because what you're saying is a little crazy, But I don't know. I'm just like, I just really feel bad for Kim, especially and the children, because she has to deal with this. And she doesn't want to say the wrong thing because he can go unhinged and go crazy. And then, at the end of the day, like I said, the children will suffer, going back and forth in the courts and argue and this and that. And it seems like Kanye West has some dirty secrets against the Kardashian. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe that's why she's not doing too much. Maybe she's just trying to back off a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what Kanye knows or what he don't know. But at the end of the day, Kim is a mother, and she needs to protect her 4 children, rightfully so. Because if it was me, I would have done the same thing. But at the same token, if I had a husband like that, I would just take a step back and feel him out to see if we can talk civilized. Obviously, with a lawyer present, because you don't want to talk, one-on-one. I know they've been exchanging text messages, and then he just going and posting the private text messages to the world, which that's a little not right. It's embarrassing. Not embarrassing. It's just not right. You just don't do that. When you have a private conversation with the mother of your children, your ex-wife, it should be private. You should not post it on social media for the whole world to see, which Kanye West is wrong about that. So all I'm saying is that we need to pray for this man. Obviously, he's going through something which we don't know. We can't judge. I'm not excusing what he's doing or what he's saying because it's just wrong. However, we have to give everyone grace and continue to pray for everyone because we're all not perfect. We're all in our flesh sometimes, and it's all about what we do with that flesh to have God to repent, say you're sorry, and tell the people that you love you're sorry, and then try the next day, try to do better. That's all we can do. Try to do better, try to be better, and try to do our best in life. And that's all I'm saying about Kanye West. I'm definitely going to pray for him and his family and his children. I just hope that he just ease up, lower the temperature, and then just be with his children. Just make music again like he used to be. I used to love the old Kanye West. You know what I mean? When he first started out with Rockefeller and making music and everything and fashion, I'm like, what happened to that guy? What happened to? I just feel like something happened that made him just lost his mind. I don't know. Maybe it's the death of his mother that made him not the same again. Maybe other things in his personal life. I do not know. But I do miss the old Kanye West. And I hope he does come back and make great music because he did make great music. I used to listen to his music. I'm not going to front with you guys. I'm not going to lie. I used to listen to his music. And I just hope and pray that old Kanye is back, that God will, help him and heal him and whatever baggage that he has, that God can just release it and throw it away and that he could be a whole brand new, renewed Kanye West. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I have to say about that topic. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. That's it. And see you later. Bye.